Hey guys, Dano Zero, how you doing? I hope all is well in YouTube land, whatever part of the world that you are in. Okay, it's a cold, really cold day outside today, and to me, cold means soups and stews. And that's what we're going to make. We're going to make a stew. We're going to use venison. Please feel free to use whatever kind of meat that you like, whatever kind of vegetables that you like. You know, that's a good fun thing about cooking is you can make it your own. This is just how I am going to make our stew. I'm not any kind of an expert stewologist or anything like that. I'm just a dude making stew for his family, so let's get on to it. So here I've got a couple of pounds of cubed venison. Just however big the chunks you like. I make mine about that big. I like nice big chunks of meat. Some people are like, oh, you're doing it wrong. Those chunks have got to be exactly 3/8 of an inch wide and big. No. Do it the way you like to do it. So we got a couple of pounds of that in there. A couple of pounds of potatoes, just regular old garden potatoes, and they're cut in also into chunks, you know, just like that. We're going to toss those in here. We got a, I don't know, what is that, a couple of cups anyway of carrots from the garden. We're going to throw them in here. Everything in here is from the garden, including the deer. That dang deer eating my pepper plants. Okay, back to the stew here. We got half a large onion. We're going to toss that in there like that. These are just vegetables that we have on hand laying around. I would probably put some celery in here, but I don't have any celery because I didn't grow celery in my garden because it died. So now we are going to put in about a, I don't know, teaspoon, a heaping teaspoon or so of some garlic. Toss that in there. Maybe just a little bit more because garlic is good. I'm going to add a can of our canned tomatoes with the juice. If I can get the dang thing open here. There we go. Alright, here we go. Canned tomatoes with the juice. We'll toss that right on top. We're going to throw in some dehydrated green onions. Growing down by the creek. We're going to toss them in there just like that. We're going to toss in a little bit of dehydrated bell peppers. Just a couple. Keep in mind, your dehydrated things, the flavor is very concentrated, and a little bit goes a long way. So now we're going to top all that off, and we're going to fill it up. We got a quart of beef broth, and we are going to put it in just like that. Then we're going to bring it over here. This is my crock pot, my slow cooker. I'm going to turn it on to high so that it can go ahead and start cooking. We're going to give everything here a quick stir with our handy dandy wooden spoon just to kind of get everything integrated. I am also going to add, if I can find it, there we go, a couple of dashes of Worcestershire sauce, about like that, a little bit more. And we're going to salt and pepper it to taste. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of pepper and salt in during the cooking process. For now, I'm just going to kind of dust the top with salt and pepper. About like that. A little bit of salt across the top. And there we have it. Now we are going to let this cook long time. Let it cook long time. Probably at least 6 hours. Maybe even a little bit more. But after about 5 hours, we're going to cover it too. We're going to cover it and cook it. But after 4 or 5 hours, whenever the potatoes and the carrots and the meat starts getting tender and it's getting close to looking like it's done, then we're going to throw in some frozen corn, some frozen peas, some green beans that we have canned, extra vegetables in there like that, and we'll get to that whenever we get to that. Yes, I have gloves on because I don't know where my hands have been. So we'll see y'all in a couple hours. Okay guys, we are about, I don't know, 3 hours-ish or so into the cooking process here, and it's looking good. The potatoes are starting to just now soften up, and the carrots are starting to soften up. So now what I'm going to do, and I could have done this earlier, but I forgot. I've got 1 cup of cold water and about 1/3 of a cup or so, maybe closer to 1/2 cup of flour. I just took a fork and whisked it together. And now I'm going to pour this in here so that it will help thicken up the stew. We're just going to give it a good stirring in. So that'll help thicken it up. You know, like I said, I could have done this earlier, but I forgot about it, and it's okay. It's okay. It'll still be wonderful and delicious when it's done. That gives us that stew flavor and that stew, or that stew color anyway. So now we'll finish letting it slow cook, and we're going to start thinking about our bread. I think we'll do a bread bowl to do this stew in tonight. So, all right, we'll finish letting it cook, and we'll get back with you when we get to the next point, putting the vegetables in. Okay guys, we got about an hour or so left now on our cook time. We're going to give it another quick stir. It's starting to look really, really good. So we've got about an hour left now. So what we're going to do now is we're going to add our frozen corn and our frozen peas. And I don't know exactly how much we're going to put in. Let's put a cup in, see what that looks like. Probably 2 cups of each one. We're going to put into here. Frozen corn and frozen peas. And feel free to add whatever veggies you like. That's the beauty of cooking. You can add whatever you like to it. We're going to do some corn and peas in here as well. Stir them in. And we're going to let it cook for at least another hour or so. And we will see you in about an hour. Okay guys, we are getting really, really nice. It's getting nice and thick. The potatoes are almost done. So we are probably about 15 minutes or so away. That's what I'm going to add my last ingredient, which is some of our home canned green beans. The green beans are already cooked, so they don't need to be cooked. All they need to be is just pretty much warmed through. So we add those in at the very last so they can get warmed through and not overcooked and mushy. We don't like mushy veggies. So we give them a good thorough stirring in, and we're going to let it go for about another 15 minutes or so. So we will see you when it's done, and we got it in the bowl ready to serve. So I'll see you then. Alright guys, here we have the finished product. This is our stew, and my favorite way to serve it is in a bread bowl. We make homemade bread and homemade bread dough, and when you do, just instead of making a loaf, make it into a big round like this, and you have your bread bowl. So this is my favorite way to serve the stew and to eat the stew. That's yummy. So there you have it, y'all. That's how we make stew around here anyway. Not an expert. You guys can take the recipe, take the video, and make it your own. Add whatever you like. Really easy to do and delicious. So thanks for watching. Y'all have a great day. God bless. In the end. Buzz, buzz. The end.